Hey guys, and welcome to the last day of the year 2022. I'm always amazed how fast a year can go by, and tomorrow we already have 2023, and I hope it will start as good as it will end, because today we have a very old whiskey, as I promised to you in the last video, and I was hoping that this will be my whiskey for tonight. And we'll see if I will be disappointed or not. And yeah, so we have a Ben Bracken. That how it looks like. As you can see, it was distilled in 1991, 30 years old, and what I really like, it's matured in oak. Wow. It's chill filtered, and we have an Islay single malt Scotch whiskey. It comes with 43% of ABV, and as you can see, is not a German in the background. I hope you can see that. Because we don't get it in Germany. But to the story I will tell you more in a few minutes, and that is the package. Do you know Ben Bracken? I really would be interested in that. Just write me a comment if you want to. In general, Ben Bracken is a brand name under which the discount Lidl offers a lot of whiskies, a variety of whiskies, but you never know which whiskey. You have the region like Highlands or Speyside, or like today Islay, but you never know the whiskey, so it's a kind of mystery whiskeys or mystery malts. So you just have the age and the region, they are revealed, so you can always take a guess. And in general, you can say that for this age, the Ben Bracken single malts are often surprisingly inexpensive, and I don't know why, but there are some assumptions. Obviously, a lot say that, for example, that the cars that Lidl get are sometimes sometimes forgot in the warehouse, and then they don't fit the character for the distillery, and that's why they sell that to someone else. Or maybe the cars are not that good, but we never know. I mean, obviously you don't find anything why Lidl gets those cars for a really good price, obviously. I would be really curious about it, but I think that stays top secret. But maybe if you know more, just leave me a comment if you want to. I really would be interested in that, because I can remember like years ago, it has to be like 6 or 8 years ago, it called Ben Schrecken, which means that it was not really good. But nowadays, we had some Ben Bracken tastings as well. They really made good stuff. And we'll see if it's good stuff in this bottle here as well. I really hope so. And yeah, the reason why we really wanted to have this whiskey is we got from a good source, or maybe not good source, you never know, that it could be a Bunnahabhain 30-year-old, which would be really cool. But I mean, anyway, it's an Islay whiskey, 30 years old. I love all the Islay distilleries, so I don't care really which distillery it could be. But I mean, obviously a Bunna 30 is something. So that's why we called a friend. We have a friend in Poland, and was like, oh, can you have a look in the Lidl if they got that? And he was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And yeah, he got me a bottle, and when he was in Germany, he gave it to me, so I'm really lucky. And I'm not sure if it will come to other countries or if it's just for Poland. I have no idea, honestly. But maybe you can have a look at your Lidl store. Maybe you will find something. But first of all, let's check out how it tastes, I would say. That is how the color looks like. Oh, I need to be careful. It's a really nice color. It's a little bit caramelly, a little bit reddish. It good fits with my hair. Always a good sign. So let's see. I really have like very little smoke, which I like as well. So it's not overwhelming, but you always have like dark fruits. You have like the blackberries, like, and also raspberries. You also have a little bit of fruit exit, but not too bad. Also a little bit of vanilla. And you know, the problem is now when you are expecting a Bunna, then you have in your mind certain notes you need to find. And when I drink Bunnahabhain, I always have the blackberries and the fruitiness, and that the smoke is not that, or the peat is not that overwhelming. And now I'm looking for that, like, not really. And now I'm you know, looking for it kind of subconscious. Not I don't want to, but that's what I have in my nose. And now you never know if it's like, if it's from your head or if it's really like that. It's so interesting. Always, we had a tasting once where you know, have colored whiskies, all the same color, and you were like, oh, it must to be sherry, but it wasn't. So it was a bourbon cask at least, but you thought because of the dark color it's a sherry cask. So that's really interesting how your mind can play your tricks. But anyway, I have the smoke is not very overwhelming, that's a fact. And you have a certain fruitiness, you have the vanilla notes. I really like it. And I say, cheers to you guys. Thank you for a wonderful year 2022, and I hope we have a great year 2023. And I say sláinte to you guys. Thank you very much. Oh, I like it. It's very creamy, very oily. It's really make your mouth very full. Like, I have the feeling that you can chew on it, kind of. Again, the smoke is very decent, more in the background. It plays very good with the other ingredients. Again, I have the blackberries, I have the vanilla notes, I have nuts. I really like this. And it's getting a little bit malty as well. So very nice interaction between those components. And what I like, if you go to the finish, or when it comes to the finish, then you get also wood notes, tannins. You've got a little bit like espresso beans that are a little bit roasted too long. I really like it. Because of that you have kind of herber notes as well. You have a really nice interaction between those vanilla fruity notes and those wood notes. I really like that. It's a really nice interaction, and the smoke, you know, like, put it all together. It's not, the smoke is not in the foreground. It's not the main player in this whiskey, but it really supports all the other ingredients. I really like that. The finish could be longer. It's like a medium finish, but I would have wished for a longer finish because I really like it. But in general, to sum this up, great whiskey. I paid 300 zloty, which are like around 60 euros for a 30-year-old Islay whiskey, single malt. I don't care if it's a Bunnahabhain or not. I like it. It's a really nice whiskey, and it will be my last whiskey for this year tonight. And it's a very good choice. I really like it. As you can see, I'm really happy with it. So both thumbs up. And now I'm interested, do you know Ben Bracken? And what did you try from them? And what are your plans for tonight? Are you celebrating, or are you just eating and go to bed? What are your plans? Just leave me a comment if you want to. And now I just can say have a great new year, and we see us in the new year, guys. Bye bye!